All right. Holy shit. I really dig that music. I'm going to post the whole thing on there. So, hi, I'm Bill. That's High Energy by Royalty Free Music Productions. Apparently that is what they're called. But they're on Bandcamp and apparently it's royalty free. So, let me post that really fast. Music. Boom. Yeah, I really dig their stuff. I will probably buy that album because I think it's so sexy. Right. Right. Okay. So this is Chess with Bill. Hello, hello. I am changing some stuff up. Talked about this last time. Talked about it. And I'm going to do it now. So my format's going to be a little bit different. My schedule's going to be a little bit different. What days? I'll post it in the YouTube later. I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm thinking that. Things are a change. However, the format of each show, we'll call it, is going to be slightly different. Slightly different. But before I get into that, let me do my little intro thing. Hi, I'm Bill. And now we're done. No, just kidding. Wanted to give some street cred, music cred to the royalty-free music productions. If you get a chance to go to Bandcamp, type that in, and you will find them. I really dig their music. I also want to thank the Patreon peeps. That's right, James Johnston, Ember Ellaria, and Natalia Cline. They rock and roll. And you can rock and roll too if you want to go to Patreon. Okay. The new idea. Here's my new idea. I like the idea of not just doing live streams and then chunking out games, which is what I've been doing for the past 92 days, but also doing a little video that is maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute chat about something about chess, predominantly. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then I can post that. And why not do that at the beginning of the stream, right? Got to kill two rocks with one bird, baby. Trying to get on that YouTube algorithm bullshit, whatever. During that 10-minute block, the chat block, I'm going to call it. I'm not going to talk to the chat. That doesn't make any sense, does it? What is it? During the prelude. I need a good name for it. Right now I'm going to talk to the chat, though. Hey, what's up? Can you read the YouTube chat? Yeah, I was checking, man. George. George, I cannot. I don't know how to pronounce your first name. Is that your first name? Is it Jorge? Is it George? Mikabisi. Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate you interacting on the chat and everything. Although I think you might be gone. Anyway, so this is one of the things. I have noticed that as I've gained some following on here, oh, you're back. Nice try, lol. Indeed. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I need phonetics, and then maybe I can do it. I've noticed as I've been doing this channel, and there's more people on the chat and that kind of thing, I kind of do whatever the chat wants, which is cool. It's a lot of fun, but I don't know how fun it is, entertaining it is, to watch after the live stream, right? So I'm going to chunk out the live stream a little bit. There's going to be moments where I don't look at the chat. I'll post on the chat when it's a no chat moment. Hopefully that'll work. Right now is a chat moment. We can continue. So the first bit of the channel of an episode is going to be hanging out, intro, whatever, getting into it. But then there's going to be like 10, 15 minutes of chess with Bill thoughts. I'm not going to play chess. I'm not going to talk to the chat. No interaction. It's going to be me talking about something that I've found interesting, usually dealing with chess. And then I'm going to take that bit, and that's going to be a video for later. Is that a good idea? I think so. Okay. After that, I'm going to play a game of chess. And I'm thinking, see, I've been playing rapid, 10-minute games without an increment. Who's my favorite chess player? Let me think on that for a second. Alive or dead? So, what I've been doing is playing mostly rapid. So, 10-minute games. And I like rapid. Recently, some of the subscribers wanted to play some bullet tournaments, which is hilarious to me. I'm fantabulously terrible at it. And then I was thinking, oh, tournaments of 5 minutes, maybe with some increment. I toyed around with it. I've come to this conclusion. I'm thinking 15-minute with 10-second increment. Now, why do I say this? Honestly, 2 reasons. One of my new subscribers, Sam, who will hopefully be on here, told me to do it. He was like, you should play 15-10s. And Sam's a very good player, and he's been very supportive. Also, good buddy, OOG, OG Chess with Bill person, Bal Beer, has always told me, play longer games. You're going to get better with longer games when you can actually think. I'm going to take him up on it. So, here's the setup. Hang out at first. Interact with the chat, both alive or dead. Then, bam, both alive or dead. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Hang out with the chat. Then, chess with Bill thoughts. That'll be about 10, 15 minutes. It's going to be for later. It's going to be a video for later. Don't worry about it. Then, probably come back, chat a little bit. Boom. Hit a solid game, 15-10s. Maybe 2. I'm thinking 1. Something like that. Also, it looks like my internet connection sucks, so sorry if it's all like crazy. Not sure why the internet blows here so much. It says I'm offline for some reason. Am I offline? Okay. George, who is my favorite chess player, alive or dead? I really like the story of Mikhail Tal. I really like his style, like not the dying style, but you know, he's kind of a miscreant. You know, he drank at the chess table, he smoked at the chess table. Not that I do either one of those, but I like his style of play. He was unorthodox. He went a lot by his intuition. I really like Mikhail Tal. Second to that, I mean, come on, Bobby Fischer was awesome. You know, until he got older, and then, well, nowadays, I gotta respect Hikaru. I mean, I respect them all. You know, I dig Hikaru. He stresses me out watching him, because he's just so fast. And I mean, like, with everything. Like, it's like watching Hikaru either play chess or just talk is like watching a video on, like, ×2 speed. Like, voice and everything. Like, the dude is going so fast and makes me nervous. But I do like his chess, and I think he's incredibly insightful. I've talked about this before. I saw a video with him, an interview with him, and he was talking about how there were some haters and whatnot, and how his wife actually grounded him, and as in, like, anchored him and kind of reset his ego, put things in perspective. And just his entire talk. You can probably find it on YouTube. I thought it was so interesting. And I gained a lot of respect for him, like, not just as a chess player, just a human, for being rather wise. Beyond that, Daniel Noroditsky. I haven't seen many of his videos lately, but I really dig Daniel Noroditsky. I like his way of approaching chess. I believe he's a chess prodigy, which is fine. I don't really connect with that because I'm not. But I like how he approaches chess. He's very respectful to his opponents. He's got a lot of etiquette with chess, and I really respect that. You say interesting. Thought you'd be more of a Magnus meat writer. What does that mean? I think I know what that means, but I'm not entirely certain I know what you mean. Different cultures and such. Magnus. I like Magnus. In fact, the thing that I'm going to talk about is Magnus Carlsen. It's a video I actually just watched about him. Magnus is an interesting fella. So, we're quickly going into Chess with Bill. Thoughts. In which case, I will not be on the chat for a second. Chess with Bill. How about Thoughts with Bill? That's a better idea, right? Thoughts with Bill time. Starting Thoughts with Bill. Boop. Okay. A Magnus meat writer. I think I know exactly what you mean. No, I'm not a Magnus meat writer. Oh, God. All right. So, yeah, it's been brought to my attention. There's such a thing called the Magnus meat writer. I could claim not to know what the fuck that means. I think I do. I think it refers to bandwagoning, or in other words, riding the dick of the Magnus train. Yeah, I mean he's the best in the world, pound for pound, from what I understand, and he's got amazing hair, which I am envious of. I just watched a video on Magnus. It's called, you can find it on the YouTubes. It's called The Rule of the Square. And it is on Magnus Carlsen's channel. It was done 3 years ago. And it's got so many views. Actually, it's a good video. I dig the video. 7.5 minutes of Magnus being Magnus. Okay. Do chess people have personalities? It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say because, you generally see them in the element of playing chess where they're trying to concentrate and, win. Or, like in this video, this dude's PR team was probably like, hey, listen, Magnus. They were probably doing it in, like, Norwegian or something. They're like, hey, listen, Magnus. You have to do this video about chess and because we're releasing a product. Apparently, it's like the Magnus Carlsen trainer. I know at one point they came out with like an app that was Play Magnus. I think Gotham Chess just came out with one. Anyway. And he probably didn't want to do it. He seems bored. Amicable, but bored. And he talks about the rule of the square. Now, the rule of the square, I had heard of before because I bought some chess books. Specifically, the one I always talk about that I always forget. Jesus de la Villa, I think, is the author. It's like 100 endgames you should definitely know. Wait. I should just have these out because I reference them all the goddamn time. Oh my god, I was right. Jesus de la Villa, 100 endgames you must know. Vital lessons for every chess player. New in chess. And in this book, I'm pretty sure it talks about it in the beginning. Pretty sure. And I had no fucking clue what it's talking about. I don't get it. Yeah, most of the stuff I don't get, as evidenced by my chess rating on chess.com. But seeing those patterns on the chessboard, it seems like some people, the way they conceptualize the chessboard, is just incredibly different from the way I do. Um, which, is a little bit disheartening because I see a book like that, which I do like the book, and I've learned a lot from it. But it's talking about all these shapes and like the rule of the square, and I don't know if that's Russian school of chess. I don't know. But it's kind of hard for me to conceptualize. Um, and yet I hear and see other people talking about it, and they're like, well, obviously the triangles. Hikaru does that. He's like, the triangles. It was a right triangle, so yeah, obviously it's a triangle. I mean, I know what a right triangle is. I know what an isosceles triangle is. I know how to. My point is, it doesn't help me in chess. And then I found this video. The rule of the square. And to give some credence to Magnus, not that he needs it, maybe I'll just jump on the old, what was it called again? The meat train? One of my subscribers, one of the viewers just asked me if I was on the meat train of a meat writer of Magnus Carlsen. To jump onto that train. It's like the first 20 seconds of the video. And Magnus Carlsen is like, oh yeah. Oh, hold on. He's got like the hair. And he's like, oh yeah. I'm doing a video of, he always talks like he doesn't know where he is. I'm doing a video of the rule of the square. I don't know what that is. Magnus Carlsen was like, I have no fucking clue what that is. What is it? He's like, I've been playing chess for 20 years. I'd heard of it. It'd been described to me for a while. Pff. Yeah, I never got it. He says, I just played with my gut. For 20 years, he's been calculating the rule of the square instead of being like, hold on a second. Doth I see a square? I do. Boom. Which is great news. I mean, I am not a chess prodigy, so maybe it's not amazing news. But it's kind of cool to have the pound-for-pound best chess player at present. Arguably, we could say, but when it comes to winning things, say, yeah, I don't follow that stuff. It's not the only way to play. You don't have to be good at those things to be good at chess. You don't have to be good at those things and know all the little bits and pieces to be amazing at chess. Chess is about something maybe else. Maybe it works for some people, that's great. But if it don't work for you, that's also fine. So how do you get better at chess? It's a question. I had this other game. I had this other book by Siegbert Tarrasch. The Game of Chess. And it's dated. It's got, as in like, from what I understand, some of the theory is wrong, or has just progressed. It also uses the old school notation, which if you don't know what I mean, just take a look at the book. It takes a minute to get used to, but it's quite cool. And you learn, about beginning, middle, and end games with it. And it's not too terribly expensive. Anyway, again, the way that Tarrasch thinks about chess, some ways resonate, and other ways don't. Or, do not. I think the book that has resonated the most with me is this PDF that I keep on talking about. Sam, subscriber Sam, I mentioned it, as well as another subscriber, Who Knows or Cares. It's How to Reassess Your Chess, 4th edition. And I posted it last video. I really enjoy the way it's presented, the way the game is presented. And moreover, kind of what I'm saying, kind of what Magnus is saying in the rule of the square video. Learning little tables and patterns and mnemonic devices and all that stuff. Shitloads of openings and tricks and traps, like the little YouTube shorts that's like, this is the such and such gambit, fuck you in the ass. and you do it and you always win. That's great. Do it. Rock and roll, man. But that's not all there is to chess. And that's not what interests me at all about chess. It's cool to win, but you win in 5 moves? I guess you get your jollies off. I don't know. I want to play a good, solid game of chess. And if I lose, it's going to suck. Because I hate fucking losing. But if I played well, that's okay. I'd rather play a good, solid, long game of chess well and lose than, kick everyone's ass in five moves. That's me. Anyway, check out those videos. And don't be an asshole. It's the 11th commandment. And that was Thoughts with Bill. So now I will jump back into normal Chess with Bill time, where I can chat. I'll do the chatting. Chess with Bill. Chatting time. There we go. Boof. Yeah. All right, so if you're on and want to chat, we can chat. My plan tonight is play a 15 and 10. When I first started this stuff, I tried to play with increment and noticed I just couldn't. Like, nobody would do the increment. I don't know if it's because I was doing custom games or what. We'll see what happens here. Let's see. You are talking philosophically like someone who has retired from chess and looking in retrospect. Wow. I am 1,000 years old. 1,000. Maybe 1,002. You lose count after a while. If I'm not careful, I fall into the philosophical stuff. But they ain't bad. They ain't bad. How do other people talk about chess on their chess channels? Or do they talk? Do they just play chess? I've had something in my eye all day. Okay. I'm going to do a 15 and 10. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it's too long. It might be too long. Cannot be created because your internet connection. Never mind. Maybe my internet connection just sucks. Boop, boop, boop. John King. Many zeros. 1 wants to be friends. We shall be friends. Now let's come back. Starting soon. Pretty sure these aren't real people. How that works. Is this Korea? South Korea. All right. So I normally do the Sicilian because I don't know anything else. I've been told do the Caro-Kann. No. I might do the Caro-Kann sometime. One day when I learn it. I believe the Caro-Kann is all about opening up the light squared bishop, but I'm not doing that right now. I have done C6 before. I've done over here before, and I've done this before. A Sicilian defense. I need to revisit this opening because I know there's many lines, many variations. There's a whole lot of anti-Sicilianos. And it's really easy to get trapped. Like, extraordinarily easy to get trapped. I know, because I get trapped all the time in this little square, and then they get their queen in here, and it fucks my king. But in a bad way. All right, what am I doing? Knight is on the board. I need to develop. I'm usually tempted to do this. You can trade with that. How to continue opening. I could just pull out the fianchetto already. Granted, this knight is controlling these two squares. Let's see. So let me do a little, make sure I don't jump into hot water thing. All right, so I could get forked pretty easily. Here. Let me see. Yeah. So let's see. Nah. Huh. I think I have to bishop out. Well, let's see what happens. I'm thinking this is probably not a great move. It just sort of invites fuckery out here. There's also coming here. Pressure there. This takes. They got pressure there. Maybe that isn't so bad. We'll see. I was going to do the Fianchetto, but I think it just invites this crap. Now, why am I so concerned about that? Actually, hold on a second. That because of traps, and I don't want to just fall into a fucking trap. Probably falling into a trap. Reassess your chess talks about looking at the opponent's plan with derision, and I love it. I love that. Until you prove it to yourself. We say Caro-Kann is the best opening, improving, and being disciplined. Yeah, I need to learn it. It's my brother's favorite as well. All right. I think we're just going to make some opening moves. And if it goes tits up, then we're going to hit that. I always liked the dragon. I actually just did the I haven't finished it, I suppose. But this is the dragon. Oh, the black dragon. My favorite defense ever. Why? It's called the Black Dragon, man. The Draco, baby. The dragon variation. What? I guess this is the open dragon variation. Whatever. Okay, so if I move here, I get fucked, right? I could move there. I don't think so, though. We're going to go there. See, that's what I was saying. It just invites getting screwed over. So kills. This comes out this way. Got to make sure that I don't get screwed there. We're going to take care of that guy. Right? So, yeah, there's a check, but it's not going to do much right now. So we're going to come here. That's always the move. Before I move anywhere, I do like this square. But we're coming here. I say Caro-Kann is best opening for improving and being disciplined. Yeah, I need to be both of those things. I really like this square. It's like just attacking everything. It attacks everything. I'm going to try to take out this guy and then bring his knight in, quite likely. How can I mess with that square? I need to get rid of this knight is the thing. Or that. I mean, this is coming, right? So I could push here. But that doesn't help my development at all. Still need to develop my knight. Still need to get my queen in the game. Connect the what's the reason that my George is asking, he just saw my rating and it doesn't match with my chess knowledge. What's up? Look, here's a question. Are you saying that I don't know shit? Or are you saying that I do know? Do I? The English there is weird. I do know shit. I definitely do shit. I have a reasoning for why. just watch for a little bit and you'll see that my chess rating is spot on. I will blunder like a son of a bitch real soon. Okay. there's also pushing here. It leads me into a pen. Truth. I would like to get it. I would like to get a plan. I like a plan. So I like the idea of kicking this dude. Where does he go? Probably just pushes up here, and he wants to move his knight. So maybe this doesn't help me so much, right? I don't really want his knight there. Bring this guy over does help. This knight protects the square against this malarkey and can come up there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. George, I'm assuming that you're saying that. Oh, of course. I'm assuming that you're saying that my knowledge is better than what I am presenting. I appreciate that. Okay, so coming up here, he takes the bishop. I take back. Great. And now I'm attacking this. My knight is there. My knight is there. They kind of doubled up. This is a trade of knights, and I'm attacking this square and this square, but the knight can't be defended very well. This develops the queen. I don't know how great of a square that is. Maybe here. Any threats that I can do. Any space that I can take. Because I don't need to take his bishop. He'll do that for me. I'm thinking the pawn, E pawn goes out. Why it opens up this over here. And kind of starts directing my shit. What does this do? I'm terrible with knights. Can I get something out of that? See, I move there. Let's say he takes. I take back. He probably just attacks my knight, and then my knight has to come back for no reason. Here, it's a little bit better. He can still attack. And I've got that. This, I don't know. My plan was this, to double up on this guy. That's what I'm going to do. Think you know too much, but knowledge is scattered and you're not coherent, if you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. I have played a lot of chess, but I'm scattered and incoherent. That is a very astute statement. I 100% agree with you, George. 100%. Okay, so he's doubling up on that. I think I can probably pull this off and then kick the knight or something. Let's try it. That kind of opens that up as a whole. Let me see. I do need to be careful there. Let me say pop. I'm thinking that. What happens after this? I take, then this happens. This is a weird pawn too, right? So like after that, let's say this, sorry, that, and this. Maybe it's not so bad. He's got his pawn there, blocking him. We'll try it. Yep, incoherent. That is the way. I like to overwork my queen. You know what I'm saying? So what's my idea here? Well, I know his idea. He's just going to come over and play checkmate. There's a possibility here. Well, he just moves over. Is it worth it to mess around with this knight here? With this maneuver? Because I see this. I'm assuming I do that, and then he pushes his pawns. What is my plan? I like this. Takes, this happens, right? I don't like that. That's no good. Them trades. It's pushing here. Takes. That doesn't do anything. That actually does worse. I don't know. It might be a little bit too nutty. You say you're a chess coach? Oh, right on, man. Well, you are. I am open to your criticism and your coaching. I don't know. I think I just need to improve my position. Let me see. I don't know how improved that is. Yeah, how does one become a chess coach? There we go. So this doesn't work, right? And that's what he was going after. I did figure that. So this is an idea. Right. So part of the reason that my elo is so low is because I normally only play while streaming, and I'm very distracted. Because I'm streaming and I'm talking and all that crap. And as fun as that is, it's not conducive to being particularly great at chess. Right. Okay. So this and that. And you can't take back. Let's see. Though, that's my thing. Oh, you can take back. Okay. Hopefully I didn't just fuck up really bad. Right, so he's taking a bunch of pawns. My queen and my knight are not really working together, are they? And this is going to happen pretty soon. So, what happens there? That. Hold. Am I going to get forked here? Maybe he won't know what I'm doing. That's one of my things about chess. Like, if I see a move and I'm like, oh, they'll see it and it won't work, I won't make it oftentimes. But really, like when you do like the little chess analysis, it'll often go through permutations where you in fact do need. Did I just fuck up? Okay. I was going to say, did I just screw up? where you in fact do need to make the one pawn move, that of course they're going to move their bishop back or whatever. Like, you threaten the bishop, like on the Nimzo or whatever. You threaten the bishop, or whatever it is, so the bishop moves back or it takes the knight. And you kind of know all those permutations, but you actually have to make the move, even though you kind of know that it's not going to get the position you want, because it's sort of like fencing, like this back and forth. And I do have trouble with that sometimes. Okay, so let's see how I screwed up this game. I mean, he obviously made a blunder at the very end. It doesn't say he made a blunder. He just didn't see the checkmate. All right, so all this is a dragon variation. What were you going to play if he played g3 and not allowed mate? So I don't have the eidetic memory. I believe my queen was there and my knight was here, and his queen was here or so. If he played g3, my idea was here, with the knight to check him. I hadn't thought too much through of it, but I was like, well, I'll play here. That way my knight and my queen are kind of like in line, and I have this as an option if he does this. So these checks, he comes over here or something, and then I get his queen. I think that's what my idea was. Okay, let's see what happens. He checks. I come back. It says this is you block the check. Saw. No? Shotokan? Anybody? So what's the better move here? Is it really with the knight? Yeah, then you win with the queen? Or you win the queen? So I was thinking this doesn't work. Because that's what I was attempting to calculate at the very beginning. So if I come here, and he takes there, and I take, and he takes, then he's got this horrible fork, right? Boom, and I really have to do something. I guess I could come there. Like if I move there and he takes, don't take with a pawn, I could just move my queen. That doesn't seem great though, because he's got this knight backing up, so my queen can't come here. I think this has to happen, right? And that is the best, it says. I didn't do this because I was thinking it was just going to block in my bishop, and it's more passive. I was also fearing, although I didn't see it, some like smothered mate on the king. Like, ha 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 ha, or I don't know. I was fearing it. Fearing. All right, we'll keep on going. Hey, it does not like this at all. It wants me to kick the knight. Interesting. So get that knight out of dodge. Say, bishop d7 is fine, but you playing bishop kills b5 was an inaccuracy in your opinion. Let's go back and see what it is. So you did not like the bishop kills d5. Yeah, getting rid of the bishop, I wasn't very happy about it. I kind of thought this bishop was more important. But I guess it's not. It does say that's the best, but again, this is the computer at like whatever depth it is. George, what would you have played instead? Would you have just developed the bishop here? You're losing time and haven't castled. Yeah. It just, my mentality was I was seeing these guys prepped, these guys on the board, right? So it's trying to take out an attacker with a piece that I didn't think was going to do much right here. Instead of bishop kills, I could have pushed here, though that doesn't develop. Come come out. I don't think that's a great move. Just go ahead and Fianchetto'd. I can't move him. Queen could laser beam. You'd have played bishop g7, so you'd have just Fianchetto'd. Or an a6 to kick the bishop. I see. So you want this so that you can develop the queen or develop your knight. I'm assuming had I come here and he had taken, you'd come out with the B knight, right? Yeah, this move, that a6 move. I know it's a winner. I know it's a winner. And yeah, playing slower in black is one of the things that I need to do. I was playing the old kid, Billy the Kid. Do you get it? Do you see? I was playing the King's Indian defense for a while, and I still do. Have no real clue how to do it. I know the setup, and I know what Gotham chess says to do. My point is, with the kid, I have been told you got to play it safe. You got to play it, don't get your pieces out too early. But it's like you said, I've got a lot of knowledge, but it's not tied together. And so if I'm not careful, I'll say things like, oh, I can't move the E pawn because I've moved the G pawn. So I don't even consider it. And sometimes, if the board tells you to do it, you got to do it. But, I'm confusing myself with theory, like half-cocked theory I don't really even understand. Okay, instead of the Fianchetto here, it wants me to kick that knight. Let me go back to the review. Right, so we know what that is. Do this. The opposing knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move. It must move. And I can see the knight doesn't really want to be there. And it doesn't want to be there. And I struggled with this. I allowed these two to be there. I did toy with the idea of this to kick the knight. I wanted the right timing. Obviously, this is the right timing. I was thinking, put more pressure on this pawn. Like, get my knight out. Huh. Put more pressure on this pawn. And then kick this knight. But I really didn't have enough time to do that. Always kick if you can. Most of the time, it's most of the time, of course. Yeah. Well, it's good to know. All right. And it's a good principle to kind of have in mind. So like here, he comes here pretty much to pin this pawn, but I've already got this pawn going. And my Sicilian actually worked to take care of that pawn. So this isn't amazing of a move. That probably wasted time for him. Here, would you have kicked? Because it weakens the king's side. I'm gonna castle probably. Pushing the h-pawn there. Where does he go? Maybe back there. Maybe just keeps the pin. If I do this and this, it doesn't seem very great. It just sort of opens up my guys. That said, he doesn't have a light squared bishop. What I'm thinking is, if this, and let's say he did this, and then I did that, and he did this. I think I've played this before, and I don't think it's great. It seems weak. Once the queen gets in here and starts kicking ass. Yeah, because it's the king's side, so you wouldn't have kicked. All right, so iCastle did not like this. It says it's a mistake. We'll see why it's a mistake. Right. So he just puts pressure on my knight and then opens up the king side. That's why it's a mistake. Maybe like this is coming, you know, doubling up, whatever the fuck. And these two knights become worse and worse and worse and worse. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Once this knight's taken care of, he's got some gnarl going on. Or even here. Not that he's going to do this. Something like that. I can't take back. Yeah, that's bad. Thing here. Why not take? Because the reason I was actually like, this pawn can take, opens up the queen, but I can do this. Am I missing a fork or something? No. He gets the rook because I haven't kicked the knight. SQC, what's shaking, man? You say you were bored, thank God I'm live. SQC, meet George. George is a chess coach. I'm butchering his name. George, so you know, SQC is quite young and is really good. Very high elo, in my opinion. I want to say, what are you, man? Like 1800? 17, 1800? Really strong player. Buck Mudd is also a really strong player. He just doesn't play on chess.com. Man taught me everything I know about chess a long time ago. Bill is live as fuck, man. What's up, Buck? You were 19 and got a peak today, but you're not strong. Yeah, whatever. You're modest. You're really strong. Yeah, so George is a chess coach. He's been giving me some really good advice. Yeah, George, like, all of the subscribers are way better than me. There's like one dude, maybe two, who are around around my rating, like actually just starting out. But like they're like 12 years old and have played chess for like 3 months, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Bill, how long have you been playing?" And I'm like, 35 years. And they're like, "I've been playing for 3 months." So yeah. You dropped at 2150, and I mean 2150 is pretty strong. George, you and SQC might have a game. You might have a game. I just bring people together. That's what I'm here for. Anyway, speaking of, George, what did you think? Because you were here in the very beginning. What did you think of my little thoughts with chess with Bill? I know it's philosophical. It's something I'm trying out with this new content. And for everyone else who was not here, I will release that video like tomorrow or something. It has no chess. It's chess like thoughts on chess. Magnus Carlsen. SQC says, I'm young. Better not say anything naughty information. You don't like swearing. Okay, look. SQC, I know you don't like swearing. However, I do. The Dark Villain monologue was actually nice, man. I appreciate that. Good. Okay, so the reason this sucks, and I need to commit this to my flipping memory. Did you like that, SQC? Did you like that? My farking memory. Yeah, if I get to 500 subscribers, this is what I've reduced myself to. This is where I'm stooping. Okay? Because no one gives a fuck if I get to 500 subscribers, then I will do a no cursing stream. Now it'll be hard. I will sweat. I'll be sweating. And I don't know what happens if I do curse. I don't know. Like, I'll gift someone like a gold membership or something. I'll roll a D100. If you know what a D100 is, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, for now, Yeah, no cursing stream. We'll get all of your friends to subscribe to my channel. And then I'll do a no cursing stream for a little while. Say, your mom scolded you for saying, what the floppy? Really? What the floppy? Well, floppy is kind of a euphemism. It's kind of a euphemism for a different word. Yeah, what the floppy? I think that's worse than... How about this? What the F? Would she have scolded you that way? Why am I talking about this? Okay. Hello, Buck. I'm shaking, dude. What time is it? Oh, it's early where you are. Yeah. George is your friend, so I never better knew what the F you would die. Really? Really? Okay. Bill, you need to create a list of alternate words so you're ready for not cursing. You're serious? Yeah. I will create... I'll just curse in Chinese. How about that? How about Tony Mada? Which is way worse than anything I've said already. Anyway, yeah, if I get to 500, I'll do a whole flipping. I can't say flipping. No, flopping. I'll do a whole shellacking stream. Which is a good band, by the way, Shellac. Okay. I thought I was good here. I'm not good here. I ain't good here. Check this out. Boom. If I take, yeah, that ain't good. It ain't good. Why? Because then he takes. Right? Right? Come on, engine. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to take. And then he's like, a kaboo. Oh, no. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Guess which Bill didn't see that? I'm the one. It was me. What is this? Oh, that's my move. Ha ha! I think. Okay. Good to know. Come on now. Coming back. Good to know. So I need to kick this I need to kick this knight. That's what this is all about. Hey, hold on. This happens. Oh, right. I'm doing his move. What would he do? Getting the bishop off the deal would be good. I can see him keeping these guys here. He could probably gain space that way. I don't know. Maybe here. Maybe there. It is a target. The bishop's a target there for... no, it's not, because I don't have the light squared bishop anymore. Huh. It's excellent, but it's not great. Well, let's come here. Surely this is not it. Okay, yeah. What is his move? Is it pushing? Push, I take, he takes, and then I can't castle. Nope. Anybody have an idea here? SQC. I'm here. Swearing is swearing no matter if it's Chinese, especially when I'm from Hong Kong. Fuck! Shit! Oh, I forgot. Do you speak Mandarin? Whoops. Here I thought I was safe. How about Samrata with Shaken Man? So, Samrata, we have a new person on the chat. George. Chess coach. Super cool. SQC does not want me to curse anymore. I told him, if I get to 500 subscribers, I will not curse for one stream. maybe I won't curse for a month of streaming. And Buck Mud says that I should have a whole list of words to say instead of cursing. Yeah, you'd be doing side eyes to me. So, Samrata, I attempted to, instead of cursing in the English, curse in a language that nobody knew. Chinese. SQC's from Hong Kong. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah. Whoops. Whoopsie. I have to have another language. Mad. How about that? Uh, what? I can't remember any of my French. Pousson fesse. Something like this. It just doesn't have the same ring. Donne-le, donne-le-moi. A pied aux fesses. Pied aux fesses? Pied à la fesse. À la fesse. Anyway. Un coup de pied aux fesses. Anyway. What to do? What does he do in this position? I was thinking that. Maybe gain space. Perhaps get his rook involved. What would I have done in his position? I mean, he's hoping I don't do this. Probably waiting for it. So I think there is another move. That's no good. This takes, boom. He's got a pawn there, which is annoying. But then he has that, and this guy can't really move, right? This weakens the same thing. I feel like it's a developing move. It's obviously not here. According to the engine anyway, it doesn't like that. Or doesn't like this move. It says this and this are pretty straightforward. What y'all think? Rook E1? Yeah, I was thinking the rook too. See, rook E1 or knight E2. Really? Repositioning the knight away. Let's try this. See what it thinks. Yeah. So it says that's excellent. It doesn't like that as the best. Oh, wait. That's not what I want. I'm just curious what the fucking thing... Sorry. What it thinks. It's really hard not to curse. It's really hard not to curse. Maybe just opening up the bishop. This doesn't seem... It says it's good. I was going to say it doesn't seem a great move. Let's see if it likes this. It does. It says that's the best. Interesting. I was thinking that that just weakened things up. So let's say if I take, or I could kick, I would be... oh, wait, hold on a second. I would want to maybe take this. But that's no good because of that. Oh! So I do need to take that. Man, this square. Alright, so I take. So he can take this way, getting the queen involved. Or he can take with the pawn. What y'all think? You say top engine would not recommend that move? Cooking with king or queen e2? Yeah. Well, I'm thinking in terms of, this right here. Bill, what's nonsense? Bill Buncombe does mean nonsense. So it's saying this. Okay, let's go back to the real game. All right, so I know why I should kick kick the knight. He moves there. I make this move. I see why it's not good because I was wrong about this. If he moves here, I can't take because then the queens are taken, and then he wins the rook. So instead, I've got to move my knight back, and this happens. So I've got some issues right here. Right? And old dude is pretty open. He's got a lot of active pieces, and I do not. So, this is the right move, it says. George probably playing. How did he find that pawn push? I don't know. Oh, he didn't. He didn't find the pawn push. That's just what the computer wanted him to do. He moved here. Yeah, he did not find the pawn push. He was coming down this way. And honestly, I wouldn't have either. I would have taken and then gotten screwed. But it's good to see this pattern. This idea of this little devil plus sign with the knights. Yeah, no, he didn't find it. All right, so I come out here. He moves there. Does not like this. Had a chance to play something better. I knew I didn't need to take because he could take and I'd come here. I was floundering a little bit here. I wasn't quite sure. I was like, well, I could do this, but I want to develop more pieces. I thought about, hold on a second. I thought about opening up the queen this way, kicking the knight, putting the queen over here. I didn't really enjoy doing. So I think maybe it isn't what I did. I did this. I eventually do this, which I didn't like because of that. So then takes and then that, But let's go here. I didn't like that at all. That's a mistake. This is an unfortunate error. So it is pretty much that reason. He can just double up and kick ass. All right. Yeah, I won. I know, isn't that weird? So you see, I was thinking e5 too, but it doesn't like e5. Yeah, I didn't see it either. There's too much going on. He's got way too much development. I'm thinking he wants me to do this. It says it's good. So there's a better move here. Maybe just attacking, or perhaps not going all the way and just protecting this square. I wonder if that's it. Oh, no. What am I thinking? This guy. So I put my knight here, and it was like, it's an okay move. I did that to attack this square. Maybe this is just a better move all around. All right, let's find out what it wants. You're depressed. Don't be depressed. I know that always helps. Don't be depressed. You're fine. Fuck. Hold on a second. If I take and he takes back, right? I can attack his queen. If he moves up, I can come here and be guarding my knight. Is this it? Well, son of a bitch. I mean, You know what I'm saying? So if he were to take, then I've got this. So that's a mistake, right? Or an okay move or something. I guess he's regaining material. Oh, it says it's best. Okay, so I come up there. Since it's good, it wants coming here. Because he's not going to give up his queen. Right, what am I thinking? Duh, I don't have to attack the queen. We've just traded bishops. Bam, this is here. I suppose that's lasering the king for whenever this happens. Not entirely sure I understand this move. I don't think I would have found that move other than this, but I mean, immediately I don't get it. I do get the idea that once I kick this, I'll have an infiltration point. Not 100% sure I understand that. All right. So you say, yeah, you shouldn't take on. Oh man, chat's going. Say a thing to note: if you play the dragon, Orphean Keto is after Queen D2. Right, right. After Queen D2, play Rook E8, so that the Bishop H6 so that on Bishop H6 by opponent, you can play big Bishop H6, preserving your dragon. Interesting. Let me look at what in the world that means. After Queen D2, which is what he did. Rook E8. You like the Rook E8. So that on Bishop H6, whenever he does this. Oh. Yeah. So you can keep the line. Nice. Hadn't even considered that. Had not even considered that. Not to say that that's the right move at this point, but so if he comes this way, I can do this and not give up the rook. I never liked the bishop there with the queen out. Because, you know, the king's like, oh no. Interesting. But that little setup is good to remember. Okay. Let's see what I actually did. Right, right, right. It doesn't like this. It wants me to knight move. Or I'm sorry, kick the knight here. Don't need to worry about that yet. The computer wants me to take the bishop and then get my queen involved out here after he takes back. And I don't know if I, like I said, I don't know if I understand that. He wants me to take, he takes, and then I do this. I mean, it develops the queen. I get that. Connects the rooks. So his queen is just kind of offsides all the way. And his knights are a little bit too far away. This knight has one place to go, or just to stay. Boom. I guess I'm just getting my pieces involved. There doesn't work, and this is better than going there, right? Because it's gaining more space, or more threatening more squares. I am assuming that's the idea. You never take that bishop is a chess rule. Never take on h6, ever. If someone were to take here, how would you... And this. Is this just like playing like a computer or something? You say queen b6. The knight doesn't move. a6 kicks the knight. Then you take on b2. Right, and then you get the b2 guy, and then these. Oh, indeed. Right, so let's say he does something like this or whatever. For some reason, it's not a good move, but whatever. Then I kick the knight. He's there, and I've got this. Yeah, it's gnarly. I saw it up to this point, but I didn't see the fork. Okay. So, I moved here. I'm thinking more along these lines, eventually opening up the queen, trying to coordinate these knights and the queen together. That's what I'm thinking. He takes, I take. He moves his rook, and I move here. So there's that E move. I actually didn't like the move too much. I was afraid of that square getting took. That's right, took, not taken. Took. It would have gotten took. Hung upon. Right there. Yeah. But he didn't take it. Did he? No, he didn't take it. Yeah, so we didn't see it. You know, what's weird is I did see this, but I saw it after. Like, I calculated, okay, if I do this, he could do that. Then I would do this. Then he would do this. And this pawn's blocking that, so he can't take it. That's what I saw. So much simpler to be like, mer. So George, do you see why my elo does in fact match with my chess knowledge? When George jumped on, he was like, "Dude, your elo and it doesn't match with how you're talking." And I was like, "You're gonna find out why. You're gonna see it." Interesting. So it actually wants me to do this again. Okay. So that is still on the board. So this seems like a pretty passive square for the knight. Seems like he'd go there maybe, and then maybe I can push. That way this guy can isn't hanging. Yeah, you guys need to play for sure. Oh, hold on a second. Come on. Lord. The cat. The cat was unhappy being outside. All right. So either moves there or here. This seems like he's just going to get attacked. So I guess he moves here. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, darn it. Huh. So I'm defending these two squares. That's nice. That's nice. This could be interesting. Right? Because it kind of pins the queen. Or maybe even here because this is open. I don't know. I'm still seeing this malarkey. And his knight really doesn't have any good squares. Say, chess bill. A6 in Sicilians is usually followed by B5. So just queen side expansion. One of those moves that go together. Right. So after this, you say this. But what about the square here? Right? Oh, says it's best. I would be concerned with this. I guess it's just a queen move, develops the queen off the square, and kind of gets her involved. Or even something like so, because I'd want to guard this pawn. This pawn, as Dina says. Dina. Everybody loves Dina. That seems like a move, but I guess, like I said, here and here. It says b4, so it's just gaining space. I guess I kind of see it like this, and then I'm here, and then I don't know if he comes back here, then this, and he just kind of gets pushed around the board. It's a little higher level than me. I do understand the idea of gaining more space, but in the immediate, it seems scary to me. Say queen c7 is an ideal square because it guards here and this. Queen b6. Right, so you're getting the other diagonal as well as this. And I've already lost the dragon. The dragon's head was cut off. So if it's something like that, here maybe. I was actually thinking there. It says that's excellent. It wants queen d7. Okay, so it does actually want queen d7 instead. Maybe because I'm controlling more. And he's got that square, but it doesn't really do him much. Huh. Interesting. a6, b5. I will keep that in mind. All right, so we play this. I drop the pawn, but he doesn't see it. I come back, still having dropped the pawn. He's going for this attack over here, which I did see. That's what I mean. He just kind of pushes back and then check, boom. He doesn't have a mate that I see anyway. This check. My king's kind of blocked off, and this knight is taking care of things, but he can like push down this way. Say also queen c7 controls the e5 square. Right. Let me actually pop back to that really fast. It wanted me to do this. Comes there, I push here. Queen c7. Right. So if he were to come there, this controls, you say, the e5 square. Kind of a throughput. That, and it guards. So the queen's just pretty active there. I think he likes this because of this attack. And it attacks this guy. Alright. We will get through this game. So it doesn't like that's a mistake. I'm assuming what he should do here is take it with the queen. No. I mean, he doesn't really have many squares to go. That's not a good square, I didn't think. This doesn't work. He's got to move back. Maybe there. Maybe here. What is a good move here? Maybe it's not a move with the old rook. So if he were to sack the queen, I could still check. He's got to move like that or something, and then I get his queen, and then this happens. So that doesn't really work. I think it's a rook move. I don't know. Maybe he's got this too. Yeah. Is there a place for him not to be attacked? Let's say that. Ooh. Huh. Okay. So it's just a safer square. All right. So, hey, you found the right idea by sacrificing your knight. This is the way to win material. Let's show the moves. So moving back at this point. All right. So I moved. Hold on a second. Hey, a brilliant move. Woot. All right. This. Taking here. Mistake. And now your opponent can't stop you from winning a queen if you make the right moves. Right, so if he moves there, I've got this check, and then I can, after he does this or whatever, I can take, and he's in quite a bit of trouble. Although, I could lose this game. Have no fear, baby. I could lose this game. Says it's checkmate in 10 moves. Pfft, I could lose. All right, boom, 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 and he just didn't see the mate. Whew. Yeah, man. Say, oh, you've already, okay. Right. So that's my game. What do y'all think? That is, I think, the general live stream that I'm going to do. It starts off with a little bit of intro, goes into some chatting, just to warm up. Boom, thoughts with Bill for about 10, 15 minutes or so. And that's going to be chunked out as an episode, just a video on the channel. A little bit of chatting, and then bam, a solid 15 and 10. And then a good analysis of it. Learn shit from it and move on. And that way it's not super late for me. Right now it's like 4 a.m. It's not super duper late, especially if I actually start on time, which is around midnight Pacific. Still late. I need to stream earlier too. Anyway. And then that's it. Maybe a little more chatting and that's it. A good solid fucking game. Say your username is Problem X. Oh, you guys are playing. Are you guys gonna play a game? Let me I need to stream earlier. Yeah, I know. I really do. Problem X, are we friends? Oh, we are friends on here. Hell yeah. Oh, you're M. Bison. Champion. Gift membership. Send message. I want to. If you guys are playing a game, I'm going to watch it. But you actually have to be playing a game. Someone whispers, mate in 5, lol. And I replay with, oh, I can do that in 10, at least. You say you recommend about 5 p.m. LA time? You say, George, now you won't play? Well, someday. Now, is that actually M. Bison, or is that... I know in the video game it's M. Bison. But I believe he's called in the original think he's called Balrog. No, yeah. In the original, I think that character is Balrog. Is that right, Buckmud? Pretty sure you told me that. I'll throw you under the bus on this one. And then they called him M. Bison because the boxer who's called Balrog in the game is actually M. Bison because it's Mike Tyson, right? But then they were like, oh, yeah, okay, he can't be Mike Tyson. We'll call this guy M. Bison. Alrighty. What in the hell am I doing? Here's a couple games I am currently playing. So my my correspondence chess rating is a little bit closer to what I just played at, around 1300. A little bit better. I still make horrid mistakes. Just lost the game like a big old bitch. Right, so I'm taking double up the bishops, and they're kicking the queen. This is kind of where we are right now. And I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do here. I mean, there's taking, he takes, I take, takes. That doesn't work. This is Sam, actually. So, is it interesting, Sicilian? He said that he shopped this game. Not shopped it. He kind of theory practiced. I don't know what you call it. Theory bashed this game. And I'm just hanging on by the skin of my teeth. Look at that move. Check this out. How professional. I move back. George, what times do I stream? That's a good question. So, I have not, in 92 days of streaming, which it's not consecutive days by any stretch, I have not actually adhered to any schedule except playing late AF as fac. I usually start around midnight Pacific and play for anywhere from 2 to 5 hours. I'm trying to get a schedule in. I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this is all Pacific time that I'm going by. I'm thinking Tuesdays and Thursdays. Realistically, 11:30 midnight. So we'll call it 11:30 Pacific PM on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Basically, for the rest of the world, for all of you guys, it's Wednesdays and Fridays. It's what I'm trying to get to. But this work schedule and all this stuff has been kind of changing. Stuff with the girlfriends. Her schedule's changing, so I'm trying to figure out what's actually best. And truth be told, I want to stream at least once late because all you guys, this is when you're awake. So I want to be on when you guys are on. But I also should play, as Buck Mudd said, maybe around 5 p.m. Pacific. And actually be awake. So yeah, none of that answers your question, I'm sure. I'm shooting for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Couple times a week, every week, and then if I can get in other ones. Like I said, if I can get up to like 500 subscribers, then I can do this more. But I've got to get it to the point where it's starting to generate a little bit of money. Otherwise, I have to prioritize. I live in Los Angeles, baby. You got to make that money. It's a big question. You have hobbies. You have like chess, like streaming, like podcasting, all these things. At what point does it become a chore? Or at what point does it become a business that you take seriously and you adhere to it like a job? And then at what point is it maybe you're doing it too much? Which is kind of where I am. I'm usually doing the artist thing where I'm like, I'm playing chess for 5-6 hours into the wee hours of the morn. Like the daylight has come out, the roommates have gone to work, and I'm like, yeah, man, drinking Kool-Aid. That doesn't help anybody. It's fun, but it doesn't help anybody. So I need to figure that out. Tuesdays, Thursdays, what I'm going for right now. All right. Well, it's good talk, everyone. It's good to see you. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And come back. Thank you guys for joining the chat. It makes it so much more enjoyable when there's some people in the chat who are actually engaging. I've said this multiple times. I really love chess. I want to get better at chess and all these things. But what I actually care about is the social aspect. I actually care more about meeting people and knowing people across the world and in the United States, whatever. Just knowing people. And I have it in my mind to rejoin like Chess Federation and actually, if I can get my shit together, if I can get the channel together, if I can get my finances together, actually go to tournaments. And how cool would it be to like meet people you've talked to and like actually like I don't know, have a coffee. That would be spectacular. So we'll see if that happens. Okay. George, thank you very much. Also, I'm sorry if I'm like butchering your name. If I am, give me phonetics. Give me the IPA of what your name is, and I will not butcher it. Of course, thank you for joining. Buck Mud, as always. SQC, always killing it. Also, one more thing. George, if you're still on, you are a chess coach. I would like to know more about that. I don't have the finances right now to pay anyone, but I would like to know more about what you do and all those things. And if you want to do that, I do Discord. The link should be in the description for it. Let me make sure. Yeah, the link is in the description if you want to jump on Discord and we can talk about it. If not, totally cool. But I would like to know more about your chess coaching and maybe setting something up in the future. If not, cool, join the stream and help me out as you were doing. Let's see. Samrata, thank you for jumping in for a minute, man. Curse in Hindi. Teach me Hindi. Dude. Hindi's a cool language. It's so hard. One of my, when I was in a programming boot camp, one of my cohort members spoke Hindi. And that's a hard language. It's hard. Cool. So the script is cool. It sounds cool. I would love to learn it. Teach me Hindi words. Teach me bad words in Hindi. So Samrata, thanks for joining. Who else was on here? That may have been it. George has been on the whole time, kicking butt and chewing bubblegum. All right, man. Y'all, I'm out. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music. This is some good shit. This is royalty-free music productions. It is on Bandcamp. I will post the link here. Really cool stuff. Are you ready for it? You ready? Are you ready? Here it comes. gotta make this face. Like something just happy, like, ugh. Ugh. Get a little head wag. Come on.